Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Outside, solid. Watch the boot. Check 52.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Throwing again. Dalton. He's got Green. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now Joe Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Passing, it's Dalton. Finding Green complete. And all the way inside inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Mixon with a first down carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal.
Watch twins.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Sunday. 56. Bravo.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Whoosh.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hands up. Lean.
Check black 39. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hands up.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Hands up. Lean.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot.
Hands up.
To throw here, Dalton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Coming to you.
Come on. Watch this.
On the run, it's Perkins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On play action, Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Andy Dalton now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flush to his right. Open man is Uzama. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So Dalton now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 59 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Another run with Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's gonna be a long day for you. Hey, watch this, watch this. check three.
Again, it's Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hands up. Lead.
Get the mic. Hey, that's scared. They scared.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And Eifert has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. Shit.
Pilot, 64, weak. We're good.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's make these babies regular.
Andy Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey. Here you go, 368.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Get that ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Empty.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Rolling to his right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. 12 yards there and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 9-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Squeeze, double.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Bowman, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Taken in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz, he's good. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Eagles 17.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 21-yard line. Tonight's final score.
A road win in the next.